How you
All righty.
doing?
So we are good, y'all. So okay. So let's talk about it. So I was gone. I'm Lady T. Tennille, this is Lady Leah.
Lady Leah, Lady L.
Right, TNL.
I like
LT.
L.
So we missed y'all last week. I missed
Yeah,
y'all.
yeah, we missed y'all.
I missed
We
you,
really missed y'all.
but I'm not mad that
Right, do you? You gotta do
So
you.
yeah, I was out being grown. I
Okay.
was
You ain't got no, you
celebrating.
ain't pregnant, are you?
Girl, if I am, I'm gonna be a millionaire because this factory is shut down. You hear me? It is shut down. So
Hey,
there are no
Pinky.
more. There's nothing else
Oh my
coming from here.
gosh,
Okay, you
right?
talking about immaculate conception, if ever.
Okay,
But no,
married.
I was being all fast and grown. I was
Okay.
actually being a wife in practice.
Okay.
I celebrated my 22nd year anniversary, and so yes, I was so excited. We went to Italy, and we were there
Wow.
for a week. We did Milan and we did Rome,
Oh
and
my
it was
gosh. Oh
yeah,
my
yeah,
goodness.
it was
Oh
awesome.
man. I'm
It was
sure it
awesome.
was.
So what did you do while I was gone?
I was crying.
Oh my.
Okay, I was practicing my wife in wisdom
Come
stuff.
on, talk about it. Talk about it. I know something else you was practicing next. You should be telling the folks about what you was practicing.
What
What
was
you
I?
got coming up.
Oh yeah, guess what? I have been invited to Dr. Bobby Jones
Come on.
showcase. So I'll be traveling to Nashville, Tennessee
That's what I'm talking about.
on Saturday.
That's what I'm talking
And
about.
I will be doing my new single that Dr. Pastor Bishop Norman Hutchins
Come on.
has written for me. So I am so
Talk about
excited,
it.
still excited that I am on his record label. You know, I grew up on his music.
Really?
I mean,
Well, I
man,
did too. Come
we
on.
both
God's got a
did. God's got
blessing.
it. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
Who would have
absolutely.
thought
That's
that
what God
little
do.
old lady live?
But that's what God do. He blow your
Man, he
mind.
blows your mind. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited.
God is definitely,
Yeah.
he is great for the surprise factor.
Mhm,
Like he would
mhm.
blow your mind in
Yep.
a heartbeat.
He will
So
blow your mind. So
yeah,
I'm so excited.
yeah.
Excited for us as well, especially with
Talk
this wife
about it.
and wisdom,
Talk
y'all.
about it.
Wow. God has truly, thank you, Pinky.
Come on. Come on.
God has truly opened up another project that I
Yeah.
believe is going to build the kingdom of God. You know, us
Yeah.
women, God has created us, and I have written this. It's going to be something in my little, what I'm trying to do right now. We are incubators,
Mm-hmm.
man. And
Mm-hmm.
if you can just
Mm-hmm.
allow God to really, because He's already put it in you.
Come on.
The thing is, you have to learn how to cultivate it. First of all, you have to acknowledge it,
Mm-hmm.
because I believe women have more than one gift.
Amen.
I mean, that's how we are. We're
Amen.
more than a helpmate.
Amen.
But
Talk about it.
man. Okay, but we got some juicy wife and wisdom stuff
Talk
coming up.
about it. Talk about it. Because matter of fact, we got something going on next Tuesday. You want to tell me about the next Tuesday?
Go ahead, tell about it.
So next Tuesday, y'all. So listen, what we did, and it started last month. Last month, we kind of accidentally stumbled into some stuff.
Yeah.
We just thought we were going to do a quick little meet and greet, and everything would be everything,
Yeah.
and we were just introducing ourselves to some ladies,
Right.
because we want to let them know we have a heart for marriage, and we have a heart for you. So whether you are interested in marriage, or maybe you just got married, maybe you're struggling in your marriage or contemplating divorce, like here's a community for you.
Yes.
And so once we came, hey, Miss Latrice.
Hey.
So once we got together, these women were like, no, this cannot be a one and done. So what we decided to do, we decided to make this a monthly situation, right? So now that month has already flown by.
Man.
And next Tuesday. That's what we do. So for those of you who may be in the Chicagoland area, and if you are wanting to be a certified member of Wife and Wisdom, then we have in-person meetups for you guys on third Tuesdays. But just recently created, if you cannot get to us in person, we can also extend invitation for you to join with a virtual membership.
Yes.
And on first Tuesdays, we have that time reserved for you guys. So yeah, I'm excited.
I am so excited.
Come on. Come on.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Because at the end of the day, you know, we all go through a whole lot of stuff, and community is very important.
Community is very important.
Like, I know for me, I don't know about you guys that's watching, but I know for me, it's like when I go through, it's not that I feel happy that other people are going through, but it's like I feel relieved that I'm not the only one. You know what I'm saying? That's going through. And so that's what this group creates. It creates like a sense of community. So for you, like, what have you gotten out of thus far? Because we're still new, y'all. We're still new. We're still very new. Like, we're going on a month, celebrating a month anniversary.
Already. Dang.
Already.
What? Oh,
girl.
my God.
So what has this been like for you?
Well, I think it's like a safe haven for me.
Okay.
I mean, where I can really like pour out. Not like, I mean, because we're always pouring into people.
Yeah.
But there's a time I have to pour out. I mean, because I can hold stuff in but don't know how to pour it out to, you know, to individuals that really mean me well. But we have a community. I'm telling you. I mean, it was like teary eyes when we first met.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, people were crying. People were, I mean, they were releasing.
Yeah.
And that's how I sort of got it, where it's a safe haven where we can vent, we can love on each other, and still at the same time build up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hello to Miss Teresa, to Miss Michelle. Hello, ladies. And I think that that's what happened as well, because again, if you guys are new to us, me and Leah always gives a disclaimer. We are not marriage counselors. We are just two women with a combined marital experience of over 50 years. And so we are bringing that experience to the table. And again, not trying to be preachy about it, not trying to act like that marriage is the only way. But in a world where you have people who are always advocating for divorce, you have women who are bringing you some experience to kind of help you walk through your situations, because a lot of times, like, nobody teaches you how to be married.
No.
And so when you start hitting those troubling times, when you start hitting those storms and those winds start blowing, then most of the time you don't know what to do but head for the door. So we're like, okay, here's a community for you. You know what I'm saying? Because we get you, and it's a non-judgment zone. Because I think that's important. Go ahead and talk about that.
Non-judgment. I mean, because I was sort of last spilling my tea, my wholesome tea. You know, because I still had that wall up.
Yeah.
But then I thought about it. It's a judgment-free environment. You know, because first of all, we're first ladies. We wear a lot of hats, and then there's a lot of people. I know they judging me right now. So I mean, I really don't care no more. But
I'm a first lady with purple hair. So talk about get in line for being judged. Get in line for being judged. But let me tell you something. My husband like the purple hair, so purple hair it is. You understand? But go ahead.
Yes. So I think that really did it for me. I mean, a judgment-free zone. Whereas, I mean, I can really release, if that makes sense, you know, because you could talk a little bit about whatever you're going through, but this is where you can like just release it. I mean, and then not only that, I felt lighter.
Oh yeah,
man. And then
because you feel understood.
There you go. That's good right there.
Because I think like when we did, and I ain't gonna tell y'all everything, y'all got to come and see, but like we did some skits. And the skits, that really was freeing for a lot of women. Like a lot of the attendees was like, that was really what they enjoyed. Because I think it gives you a chance to see both sides, because sometimes when you're involved in something and you're deeply involved in it, you can't really see it. But when you see somebody else like acting it out, so to speak, then it gives people an opportunity to be a little bit more what's the word I'm looking for, like observant, but they can kind of contribute more to, because it's not them.
It's not,
you know what I'm saying? Because it's like when it's my situation, I'm probably gonna have my wall up. But when I'm just observing you, I can critique you.
I can critique you.
Yeah.
That's how it is. Hey, Nikki, and congratulations on your book. Congratulations.
Talk about the book. What's going on with the book,
Nikki just released her book.
Okay.
I think it's called, I don't remember the name, but
put the name of your book.
But yeah, so they can support you.
Right.
Put the name of your book in here. Oh, hi, Mr. Rudy.
I know. We got you see that blush? Do you see that blush they just have? I don't care. You better represent. That's blush shopping because a man is watching, y'all. Let me tell you something. I don't care if you've been married 10, 20, 30, 40 years. Like at the end of the day, you always want to be able to have it where you still blush, you know.
Yeah,
and that's
true.
I told my husband, I'm like, all these years later, when he says certain things, it still makes me smile. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's good to be able to have that.
Yeah,
so yeah. So tonight we are going to we're gonna start digging into our infamous. Can y'all see this? The infamous black bag. I might have to take y'all can see it. They can see it on here. Y'all can't see it because our background, but that's all right. But the black bag came from the meeting,
right? Our first meeting. We had about a good 10, maybe.
Yeah, it was
we was expecting a good 20, but 10.
Yeah,
shoot, that starting out and coming out not knowing what they're going to get into.
Yeah,
man, this bag is full.
It is full, and it's full of questions that they had. Understanding that the questions would be addressed anonymously, so we're not betraying a trust because it's not like their names were on them,
right?
And so we just want to make sure that we could give this. But we do want to let Latasha on.
You want to do that right quick?
Let's do it right quick before we jump into the bed. Are you ready?
You ready, Latasha?
Come on.
Oh boy. Now we did this right before, remember?
Yeah, I don't know what we did.
Okay, Latasha, if we can't get it.
Yeah, we can't get it.
Bring them on the video.
That's Pastor. That's your hubby.
Oh, no. We don't want to bring him. Oh, no. Bring them. No. We good. Oh, that was just saying bring them. Right. It looked like it was a request.
No, but it was for Latasha.
Wasn't it Latasha? Okay, maybe she changed her mind.
That's all right.
Okay.
So if she unchanged her mind, we'll try to bring her back on again.
Right.
All right. So y'all, we're gonna read some questions from the black bag, see how many we get through within like an hour. So, maybe 35, 40 minutes or whatever. If you guys have any questions for us, put them in there. Put it in the comment section.
And your comment. If we're wrong, tell us we're wrong. Tell us that you don't feel like the way we do.
Absolutely.
We will accept it.
Absolutely. So, again, we ain't saying we experts. We just been married for over 50 years between the two of us. That's all. Mm-hmm. So, okay. So this says, which areas do you recommend more couples focus on before marriage?
Ooh.
That's good. You start.
What areas?
Yeah.
Should you focus on
before marriage?
Before marriage. That's a good question.
It is.
Maybe likes and dislikes.
I like that. Go ahead, but expound.
From sex.
Mm-hmm.
From things that you really don't what you don't want me to hear or say. That's tricky.
Mm-hmm. No, but that's good though. So like what Leah's saying, a lot of times when you're dating, you be in a little cutesy stage. I don't want to tell him this, right? I don't want her to know that. Right. But then here's the thing: if you don't talk about it while you're dating, when do you talk about it? And then the thing about it is, if you wait until you get married to talk about certain things are not deal breakers. But certain things could be. So like when you're talking about like say what Leah's talking about, she said one of the comments she said was sex. So let's say, and we all grown here, y'all. I don't think we got any under 18.
No, we don't.
All right. And between me and Leah, we got like a tribe of kids. So we know a thing or two about a thing or two. Can we say it like that? All right. But here's the thing, like, you can be as saved and sanctified as you want to be. I grew up Baptist. I'm now Kojic. Leah's Kojic. So like when you are, Pentecostal and stuff, maybe it's certain things that said about certain things. But hey, Pastor Gaston.
We got two pastors on you. Oh, Lord Jesus.
They know they got kids. Pastor Gaston, no. Please.
I'm getting you put up that picture too.
Listen. So here's the thing though. Like sometimes we are not honest when we're dating, right? And I'm not saying I am not endorsing or condoning premarital sex, but the question was what area should you focus on? Now the fact is that if you are talking about getting married, so this is the person that you are courting, this is the person you're about to get married to,
right?
Then I think that it is realistic to have conversations about sex, like what it is that you like, that you don't like, that you're into, that you're not into. And I think a lot of times you have some people that are so saved that they won't talk about it, but then those same people will end up having affairs or doing different things because it was never spoken on. You know, like I know personal examples where, you know, there were couples that got married and women were not, let's just put it like this, women were not into some of the things that their husband suggested. And it was a deal breaker for the husband. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so you got to be adult enough to have these conversations.
That's so true. That is so true. And then I was just thinking about it. I mean, I remember like me and my husband would talk about, he'll have his guy date, you know, or whatever. And then he would say some, you know, most times it's like, you know, it's the sex. I mean, the communication is what they're not doing.
Yeah.
Oh, then I was like, well, just communicate. Yeah. You know, I don't know. Sometimes is it hard for men to tell women what they want?
I mean, think, and we got some men, Pastor Rudy, Pastor Gaston, come on, y'all, come on and chime in. We should bring them on the camera.
Okay,
we should bring them on.
Yeah, but compatibility.
I think though that sometimes, and I won't say it's a man thing or a woman thing. I think that sometimes when people know their partners, they're afraid to hurt their feelings or they're afraid to be offensive to them.
No, that's
so, you know, so it's like, man, because I think if I talk about this, then maybe that's going to put her off or put him off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But my thought on that is this: if this is about to be the person that you're about to be with for the rest of your life, if you can't talk to them about this, that's a problem. Pastor Gaston said it's important to talk about sex before marriage.
That's true. But like, who has done that? The question is, have they done that?
Oh yeah,
that's the question. And most church folk don't.
They don't.
I know we didn't.
No,
I didn't with Rudy. I didn't. It's sort of, you know, you just played it day by day.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, just putting you in my house, you know, we never did talk about sex. You know, we're talking about it pretty much more now than then.
Yeah.
You know, what do you like? What do you want? What do you want? You know, what do you want more of? Like, I'm like, I like to be kissed on my neck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And be honest,
be honest with it.
Yeah. Because you got some people. Okay. Now this, I don't know if this is rated R or not, but we just finna go into it. Okay. Let's just be grown real quick. Let's throw out some terms.
Hey, Laverna.
So there might be some people who within the confines of their marriage, maybe they're into masturbation. Maybe your partner ain't. Maybe it throws your partner off if you are. It might be some people that want to bring some things into, now, as long as you ain't bring no folks into the,
no, we ain't having no threesomes,
but you know, but they might want to bring some toys into the bedroom. Right. You might want to bring, but if your partner is like frowning on this, then you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So what do you do?
Then, but if you never had that conversation, that's what we saying is a problem. Like
before marriage.
Yes.
Because in that case, maybe I don't want to marry.
Exactly. Exactly. Some partners want to do some extra things.
They want to be freaks.
This is what I'm trying to say, y'all. I'm trying to. They got some things they want to do, and they got some things they want you to do to them. And the thing about it is, again, we're not saying have sex before marriage.
No.
We're saying if this is somebody you are courting, meaning that you are dating them with the intention of marriage,
right,
then that means that you're about to be my partner for life. So I need to be able to know that this is something that, you know, if this is something that means something to me, are you going to be able to fulfill me? You know, because at the end of the day, the Bible says that whatever goes on in a bedroom, a marital bedroom, is undefiled. So we got to be able to be, I would say we got to be able to be mature enough to have these types of conversations. Yeah, so agree. That's one thing. That's one area. Because we don't want to discuss Pastor Gas.
And let me add to that, even with the psychological thing, not just the physical, but some things can be going in here.
Yeah.
And see, that's another thing. I'm letting you in my house too.
Mm-hmm.
I never did open up to Rudy about my personal, how can I say it? Like my living, what was in my household. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because
What goes on in this house stays in this house. Right. And he wasn't in your house yet.
There it is. Understood. You see what I'm saying? Understood. So then, like I said, we talked that embarrassment, then who I am, and this shouldn't be happening in there. So, I mean, that plays a part. And I really feel bad that I did not. Yeah. Because he was for me, but I didn't. You didn't know. I was so cloudy and guarded and wounded. Yeah. And just traumatized. And then young, in my 20s. So and you don't know. How do you, then my mom gone. Yeah. How do you release open that up to a man that you don't really, you know him, but you don't know him. Who do you confide in when everything else is crumbled? That's good. So communicate, y'all. And I'm gonna answer that by incorporating what Pastor Gasson just said. Some of these things ought to come up during premarital counseling. So that in and of itself, when you say what areas do you recommend more couples focus on before marriage, is premarital counseling. Yeah. So now I'm gonna let you in my house. Okay. So when my husband and I, so again, we just celebrated 22 years of marriage. When my husband and I were dating, like I was a huge advocate for counseling. Like, even though I didn't have a lot of couples in my family who were I didn't have people who were married in my family, but I knew just innately, I knew that premarital counseling should be a thing. Like I just kind of knew that you should go to counseling. Yeah. My husband was totally against counseling. Yeah. That's something I think the church was too. And that's what I'm saying. Like, but though that is something to answer this question. Yeah. That's an area that I would recommend is premarital counseling. Because to Pastor Gasson's point, a lot of things can come out during those sessions, because here's the thing, because we ended up doing counseling within our marriage, but we did not do counseling before our marriage. And I think that if you have premarital counseling, because his reason was what a lot of men would say: I don't want nobody all in my business. And when you have like a macho man, hey Yolanda, when you have a macho man, like, and they're not I don't want to say developed, but they have not opened up yet, they don't understand that it's not getting people in the business. It's actually trying to help. Right. Because he had never been married before, I had never been married before, so don't nobody know nothing about marriage. But if you go to a counselor, then the counselor can bring to light, hey, have you guys talked about this before? Have you guys talked about sex before? Have you guys talked about money? What's your views on raising children? Like, these are things that counselors will bring up that you naturally may not think about, may not talk about, or you might feel timid to bring it up. And so if you come into the confines of a counseling session, then neither one of y'all are bringing it up. Somebody else is bringing it up. Right. You see what I'm saying? What Pastor say? We were taught just stay with God and everything. Girl, you say that again. That was the confusing part. And this is the problem a lot of times. This is the problem. And they're still saying that today. Yeah. And let's break that down, y'all, because we don't want for y'all to feel like we are against giving it to God or staying with God. But again, there are some practical things that you need to be told. And if all the church is saying is just pray about it, I need to know. If I've never been married before, I need to know what else to do while I'm praying about it. What like else? I'm praying, but what I supposed to do? I got to do something. And sometimes you don't have to do nothing, but you don't know you don't have to do nothing. But then sometimes there are things that you do need to be doing. You know what I'm saying? There are sometimes when we're talking about this situation with like the conversation or whatever, like, okay, if you and your person are into it, just praying about it. No, we gotta actually learn how to communicate with one another. That's it right there. Because we never, we will argue. And don't talk. Yep. That's bad. Yeah. It could be a month. Yeah. That's really, really bad. Yeah. But they say, well, pray about it. Okay, what do I need to do? I don't even want to pray with you because I'm mad at you. Right. Don't go up there and start preaching, because I'm like, girl, bye. Baby, bye. he know, boy. I be giving him that look. He like, dang, why you looking at me like that? You know why? We just had an argument. And now you up there. I ain't listening to nothing you got to say. Nothing. But it could have been better if we had the guidance, you know. And then then I go to grandma, I said, well, you need to learn how to be quiet. Look, I ain't in the 20s. I ain't 1920s. I get that. We're rubbing his head a little bit. It's more to it than that. I need to do more. Maybe it's me. Tell me what I need to do.
Oh, wait, listen. I'm laughing, and the reason why I'm laughing is because I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
She's been married 32 years. I've been married 22 years, and I promise we go through the same thing. I don't care if you've just been married for 2 years. Like, it's similar things, because regardless of your age, your race, regardless of any of that, there are just certain issues that come with marriage. What she be looking all mad. Pastor, don't bring my husband on. He be saying the same thing. Don't bring him.
And I'm like,
look, because here's the thing, y'all. Listen, when you're a first lady, let me tell you, everybody automatically by default look at you. When the pastor is up, they look at you to see your response. So you gotta, you know, and that was one of the things I had to learn early on in his pastoring. Absolutely. I had to learn early on in his pastoring years, like whatever y'all went through at home, don't bring that in the church. Because people, I mean, and it's not being phony, it's just 46 years come through. That's what we're talking about, Pastor Gaston.
Congratulations.
That's what I'm talking about.
Sabrina stayed with you that long?
You better leave Pastor Gaston alone. I love Pastor Gaston.
I owe him that, but he knows I owed him that.
I love Pastor Gaston. Okay. Listen, I'm still getting in her face.
I'm still getting in her face while I'm preaching, and I would say she mad at me.
Listen, hold on. Listen.
Rudy, get off.
Get off the line. Let me tell you something. Let's go back to Pastor Gaston saying that God and counseling are in order. Absolutely.
Okay.
And Leah and I always tell people, again, we ain't trying to convert y'all, you know, but we letting y'all know where we come from, where we stand. We believe in God. Yeah. So whenever we are talking about any type of what we try to do, honestly, we break things down where it's not just so thou, thus, so, you know, and all that stuff, where it's in everyday terms. Both of us are licensed evangelists, so we know the word, but at the same point, we want you to just like legit understand and get it, right? And understand that we get it. We are not so far removed from marriage. We ain't been in so long we don't.
No, we still need some teaching. Hey, Regina,
that part.
You're my sister.
Hello, Miss Regina. We still, you know, like, and I think you're always learning. And Pastor Gaston said he and his wife have been together 46 years, and he would probably say there's still some things that they may still be learning. You know, like you might know your partner, but people evolve. You know, it's like you don't stay the same. Who I am now ain't who I was when I got married 22 years ago. That's what I'm saying? And I think that my husband, even though he's a lot the same, but there are some different things about him. And I think that people change. So you got to constantly be willing to learn your partner, grow with your partner, you know. And so just let me throw out one more thing when we're talking about the areas. So for those of you who are just now tuning in, we are talking about, this is Wife and Wisdom. So Wife and Wisdom is the show where we're going to be talking about marital things, right? Relationship things. So for women specifically, because we're not men, we're married to men, but we're not men. So we can't tell you how a man feels. We can tell you what we've gone through, what we've experienced with our husbands. Between the two of us, we have over 50 years of marital experience. We are not marital counselors though. So as Pastor been saying, we've been saying all night, counseling is always in order, you know, but what we do is just try to give some practical everyday advice to people who are, whether you are interested in marriage, maybe you just got married, you're contemplating why you got married, you're struggling in your marriage. We want to just be real with y'all. You know, we try to be very transparent, and it's not that we're just wives, but we're also pastors' wives. So that kind of amps it up a little bit. But we understand what you're going through. And too many times, especially in the church, people are, I don't want to say people ain't real with you, but they basically just tell you, pray about everything. No matter what you're going through, the only answer that they have for you is pray about it. And for me, I'm not saying, I don't want to say, because it's going to sound bad if I say prayer wasn't enough, but I'm going to say, like, there are some practical things that you also need to be able to do. Right. Like for me, when I got married, I'd never been married before. So nobody taught me how to be married. So there were certain times when we would have arguments. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. I didn't know how to handle it. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think that that's everybody's truth. You don't necessarily just know how to be humble, how to be submissive, how to listen. I had to learn how to be submissive. Can I just? Yeah, that wasn't the word. And I come from a long line of strong Black women. Mm-hmm. So submissive was almost a bad word. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So that was something that I had to learn. Like, he ain't trying to act like he better than me just because he's saying submit. You know, like that's a command of God. Right. You know what I'm trying to say? Right. It took a long
that's
time
wisdom.
That.
A long time. Still learning. Yeah, I think I'm more submissive.
I'm definitely more now, but than 22 years ago,
you couldn't tell me.
Who finna do what?
What you say?
Why you can't do it yourself?
You tell me what to do.
I'm not your maid. Like, so I mean, you know, but so we thank God for growth. But the point is, so when we first started, hey, Miss Mariah, hey, Tracy, Marilyn. Hey, Rosemary, Patricia, to everybody that's tuned in, hey, y'all, hey. So what we have addressed, we went into our infamous black bag, y'all. Went to the famous black bag, and it was one question that we still kind of dissecting, because I still want to do one more of the dissection. So the question itself was, what areas do you recommend that couples focus on before marriage? So one thing that we talked about was sex. We talked about also the importance of premarital counseling, like why that's so important. I also want to say that couples should talk about money, like your spending habits, right? Because everybody does not spend money the same. Everybody does not value money the same. And if you don't find out how your partner spends or saves or don't, like money and how people manage their money, that have been the cause of many divorces.
Yeah, it has.
So like for you, when you got married, was that something that you really had to kind of like talk about or take any steps toward, or what did that look like?
I think I was good with money because I saved. I mean, my mother told me, if you better have a secret, have your own stash. And that's I can save money. And then, but then there was a time I had to learn how to. What do you say?
Lord don't I know? But listen, women, we ain't. Listen, I am not doubling back on that. Have you a stash? Me and y'all have y'all a stash too. As long as y'all have a joint stash that's taking care of your house and all of that type of stuff. Yeah. But you know, ain't nothing wrong with having your own stash. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Right. Yeah, my stash look gone now because somebody found out about my stash. Rudy found out about my stash. Lord, you got mad at Chase Bank.
Add it better.
I gotta start all over. She saved and spent. No, I don't. But anyway, but I had to learn, money is very important. Yeah. I mean, I could have done way better than where I am now. Yeah. So that's a key. That's a key. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah. Cause I think that like, you need to understand what are you trying to do with the money, right? So like I think that again, that's a conversation to be had. Like when you get started, do we want to start out buying a house, or are we going to be in an apartment for a while and save for a house, or are we going to, do we want to buy a car? Do we want to start a business? Like, so what the vision is for the money, that conversation I think really needs to be had.
Yeah. And then it's like anything that me and Rudy touched, it turned into gold.
Come on.
So if I wanted this, he provided for it. So it wasn't like, okay, Leah, you go do this. We goes that talk wasn't there because I guess I assumed he was just gonna do it for me. So he sort of spoiled me a little bit. So you know what I'm saying?
Good job, Pastor Rudy.
I sure did. What?
Listen.
Hey, Pastor Marsal, I think Sabrina was on here too. But yeah, money is very important. And then, like you said, I think that's pretty, well, I ain't gonna want to say the number one, but that is one of the main reasons why there's a lot of divorces. Yeah. And it's a lot of divorces because married, they ain't talking about money. They ain't even talking about children. Some don't want.
Ooh, that's a good. That's
another
one too.
Oh yeah,
that's another thing. Like what's something that you should focus on? So obviously the thing that we're not saying, but we're still saying, communication is an area that you should focus on, right? But we're talking about things that you should communicate about. So definitely children. So in today's world, we just be real. In today's time, you're gonna be hard pressed, especially if you and me and Leah's age range, to find somebody who ain't got no kids. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like, heaven forbid, one of our significant others pass away, and you trying to come around and get us again. You gotta be ready, because we got whole baseball teams. I mean, what we did,
right,
a lot of times. So, but the point is, when you're first getting married, because that's what we're talking about. When you're first getting married, like, first of all, if your significant other has a child, because that was my situation. My husband actually had a daughter before we got married, and so what is that gonna look like? Like, he had full custody of her. But that was still a whole situation, and it took the Lord, prayer,
that's what I
counseling,
was saying.
Took a whole lot of stuff to get through.
You had to play baby mama drama, right? I already know. See,
I had to get saved for real, y'all. We gonna just. No. I knew the Lord when I got married, but I had to get saved for real once I got there. We're gonna just say it like that. But you have to. So if you deal with somebody who already has a child or children before you get married, what is that parenting situation gonna look like? Like, are you expected to be just a third parent? Are you expected to have any say so at all? Do you want to have say so? Like, because you have a lot of people that's like, I'm not raising somebody else's children, but then you got other people that's like, if me and you together, then that's my child. So you need to have that conversation. And then even in having your own children, do y'all want to have children? Because I've also, personal experience, I've seen a lot of relationships break up because there was initially an agreement, we don't want kids. But then during the courtship, somebody's mind changed. Now they did want kids, but the other one didn't change their mind, and they broke it up. It broke it up because they were adamant they didn't want children. And so, but it's better to know that before you get married. Yeah. Because if you just assume that, hey, we get married, so that means we building a family together, only to find out that your significant other's like, oh, I wasn't never planning on having no kids. Wow. That could be a problem. So So whoever it was that answered this, that asked this question, y'all, that was a good question, because that kept us going for a minute. Hey, Vincent. Hey, Jillian. Okay, so we're gonna answer just one more. If y'all have questions,
give us some.
Y'all
questions.
Can drop us a question, but we getting the questions out of our infamous black bag here, y'all. So we're gonna do one more question because the hour is already going back. I can't believe it's going back. Hey, Miss Vicky. So this says. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can
start out. First read it.
Oh, right.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. I'm sad because there ain't nobody name on here.
Okay, yeah.
My pastor was shocked to find out that I don't live with my man. Should I be offended that he thought we were shacking up?
What? Okay, I read that one wrong. Okay, what? So he assumed that they were shacking?
The pastor, y'all. The pastor assumed.
Hey, Roderick Purvis!
The pastor assumed that because she is in a relationship, that automatically meant that she was living with her guy. So her question is, should she be offended? My answer would be yes. In short, but let's kind of rearrange that question to say this. Is it okay?
Hey, Dana.
To live with your significant other. Let's throw it out there.
Whoa, you see how that shook? That's a big question that made the phone shake. Made the phone shake.
So what say y'all? What say y'all?
I mean, what do y'all think?
Is it okay
to shack?
Like, do we call it shacking? What makes it shacking?
What makes it shacking?
Let's
I know chicken shack.
Let's get some comments going. Like, is it wrong, y'all?
Is it wrong?
Is it wrong to live with your significant other?
Now, Tyrone Gasser said never, okay.
It's never okay. Well,
what do y'all think?
What if somebody says, okay, listen, but we're not having sex.
Okay.
So we have agreed that we are going to abstain. And Pastor, I want you to listen to this because I want you to respond. But everybody else can too. But Pastor Gasser specifically respond. So what if you are counseling a couple in premarital counseling?
Yeah, which we have.
And they say, okay, well, they desire to live together. They've already said, whether they just say they're gonna get married, but they've agreed that they are not going to have sex until marriage. They don't have the same bedroom. So say they're in a 2-bedroom apartment. He in this room, she in that room. They not sleeping together.
Right.
So what make it shacking? What make it wrong? That's what I'm asking. That's the question on the floor. What makes it wrong?
Okay, Dana said in 2023 we should to avoid future surprise problems later. Okay. Pastor say marriage is honorable and the bed is undefiled.
Okay. But what if they're not married?
Right.
So we're in courtship. Not me and Leah, but so our fictitious couple, they are courting. They have the plans of being married, but they're not married now. And they live in a 2-bed. I don't put them in a 2-bedroom apartment. I said, don't believe it.
Lie. Whatever. Oh Lord.
It could be
Pastor Rudy. It
could be people. It could be Pastor. It could be people where they stay in the same. He in bedroom A. She in bedroom B, and they just in the same house at all. Oh Lord, let me see.
Oh Lord,
hold on.
What people saying here?
She say that's too much temptation. Why even put yourself through that?
Okay, Patricia.
Okay.
What
So what say y'all? Is it wrong? Let me see. Not married and living together is still
shacking or roommating.
So in this century, they prefer to use the term roommating.
Okay.
So what
Rudy say shacking is not in the Bible. Fornication is the issue. Too much temptation.
Well, Patricia, you got a pastor that's agreeing with you. It's too much temptation. So go ahead.
Okay, so if they're already shacking, let me say it this way. Okay, they just come to the Lord. There you go with the lies. I'm not They've been living together or roommating or whatever you want to call it. Now the woman has come to Christ or whatever. You know what I'm saying? She knows. I'm laughing at hey, Yvonne. She didn't came, she's coming to church, she's learning, she's getting that wife and wisdom. She's shacking, but she's still shacking. Yeah. So what you want her to do? You want her to tell her man that she's leaving and she ain't got nowhere to go? Or that are you gonna let her stay in your house? Now, which is it? Should she still shack up and just put some boundaries now on it? Or are you gonna say, no, you supposed to, are you gonna let her stay with you?
Okay,
Dean.
Now I gotta play devil's advocate here. Cause let me tell you something. It depends on It depends on whose apartment it is. Cause let me tell you something.
Okay.
I'm not leaving nowhere.
Me either.
You the man. So it's gonna be time for you to go.
Well, yeah. You're right.
Okay. Let's go back and kind of clarify, because Patricia say it's better to marry than to burn. So listen. So let's clarify. Let's clarify with what our question is saying.
Like that. Yes, we did.
Let's clarify what we saying, y'all. In this fictitious, because I don't want nobody getting all mad.
Right.
Me and Leah married. We got our husbands at home, so we ain't talking about us.
Right.
All right. But in this fictitious example, what we're saying is, okay, if you have two people who are courting, so they are courting, meaning that they're dating with the intention of marriage.
Very good.
Whether or not she done already been proposed to, We don't know.
Right.
Whatever you want it to be. But the point is, okay, is it considered shacking? They're not married yet. Would it be considered shacking if they lived in the same place, same apartment, but he's in one bedroom, she's in another bedroom? Is it considered shacking? So the popular opinion seems to be that, as Pastor said, we going with the pastor. I ain't going against Pastor. Shacking is not in the Bible,
right?
And let's go with the other pastor who said, but it's too much temptation because ain't no way. But he said, I'm gonna be under the same roof and not get to her. Let's just say it like that. Says I counseled a couple and they were living together. Joined my church and I encouraged them to go back home with their parents.
Okay, that's okay. Okay.
Let's see. I think unless we can't see more.
Can't see
more. That's okay.
I don't think you can. No, okay.
But I think the point is he's saying that so there is an alternative. So basically, if you guys fit into that, say some people are more disciplined than others naturally. I lived with my ex and held out till we married. You see, now
who is this? Dana?
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's the thing.
Hey, Latoya.
I think to Dana's point, don't do it.
But fornication is in the Bible.
Exactly.
In the Bible. That's what Pastor Rudy
said. And that's I think what our point is. So Patricia, pastors, everybody, I think what we're saying is this. Because the Bible also says that you want to avoid the very appearance of evil, right? And so, like, you don't want to give yourself, lend yourself to temptation.
So is fornication evil?
Fornication is a sin.
Okay.
So you don't, because like basically the point is that but because the point is this, like, if you are in love with this person, first of all, it's very hard if y'all don't live. Can I just be real? Just, I'm first lady and everything, but I'm just telling y'all what it is because I wasn't born a first lady. All right. It is very hard to be around somebody that you are attracted to if y'all live in two different places. I know folks that live in two different states and can't abstain from fornication. Wow. So it's very difficult to honestly to be in the same house, waking up with a person. Did y'all ever see the movie Love Jones? Never mind.
That's good.
In the church realm or worldly realm, but we can't assume everyone has the same weaknesses.
Same weaknesses.
That's true.
That is so true.
Because
I'm thinking if me and Rudy shacked, he wasn't getting none. Because I'm telling you, I ain't gonna say he ain't tried. I'm just trying. Well, that's me.
That's you.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why I'm just sitting here like this.
I know what I'm not gonna do.
What I'm saying is, I thank the Lord God Almighty for grace and mercy. That wasn't my testimony, but carry on with yours.
Carry on with yours.
Carry on with your testimony.
I'm just saying, if that was, because I was strong in that. I know I can attest to that. I will not go that far. Now with the touching and all that you got to stop where it stops. But some women can't do that.
I often say the problem is you can't start it.
I had a member that joined my church. She told me that she was living with her children's father and they were not married.
So okay, but that's a little bit different because that means that if they're not in relationships, so like
right.
I think that's a different question to say, can a man and a woman be roommates? I think that men and women can be roommates. So I think that the question is more so if the person is somebody that you are in love, that you love. So Mariah says when you're speaking to the unchurched, they are not moving if they have already been together and living together.
Exactly.
Can I be honest with you, Mariah? When you're speaking to the church, because maybe they might not tell you that they live together, but and this is how come at the end of the day, y'all, like the best thing that we can do is tell people what the right thing is to do. But at the end of the day, the Lord got to convict their hearts, and he has to be able to show them. Let's be real, ladies. The flesh will always win. Pastor Gaston,
the flesh will not always win.
You right.
For her.
You right.
For her. The flesh, I mean, even in your whole area of your life, he can't say that. The flesh does not always win with you. You can't say it always wins, Neil. And I'm talking about in every area of your life.
Okay, listen.
He said, let's be real. The flesh will all
wait, time out. What Pastor, I'm finna defend you. Yes, because we're talking about we ain't talking about every area of our life. We're talking about with sex. If you ain't okay,
I'm telling y'all, it always wins.
No, right. When you talking about let me.
Maybe he need to clarify.
I'm gonna clarify because I know what he's saying. That I
don't know what he's saying.
Let me tell y'all. For those of y'all who didn't make it,
he said the freaks for the freaks it will.
Listen, hold on. Let me tell y'all. For those of y'all
attracted to a woman and live in the same house with her,
who got married. Those of y'all who got married and you was not a virgin.
Hey, Diana.
Let me talk to y'all. Here is the thing. If you listen, because if you are living, Pastor Gaston is, in my book, 100% correct. Because if you are attracted to whoever, the man or that woman, if you are attracted to them,
that's true.
Let me tell you something. It's only gonna be but for so long that y'all gonna have conversations before they become other sensations. Okay, like conversations become sensations that become well,
I mean, you got a pro and a con.
Go ahead.
As Rudy said, I believe women have more control than men.
I agree.
Flesh will always win.
But listen, Pastor Rudy,
why would a man's flesh? Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so
because they don't have no control.
Can I come in my house real quick?
Okay.
So y'all listen. I'm going out there on the road. I don't care. It's transparent. Y'all can't put me in here. I wasn't a virgin when I got married. Okay. So here's the thing. Let's just be real honest. Between me and my husband, I was the one that had more control. And here's the thing. He knew that. He knew because he was a mess. My husband, and he will be the first one that he was a mess when I got him. Okay. And so he was my husband. This is just when he was my boyfriend. Okay. He was a mess. And so he was relying on my ability to be disciplined because he knew that I could abstain. I had for a very long time. So he knew that I could. The problem was what had happened was like after you start putting yourself in a situation where, and this is why you got to be careful. If you trying not to abstain, if we just being real honest, it's hard to constantly be around somebody that you are attracted to and, night in, night out, you up on them. Like if just the two of y'all, they smelling good and you alone and this, and this. Listen. But let me tell you, Pastor, if I was bad, what had happened was like I gave in to pressure because even though I was told not to, but I gave into it because I was like, because I didn't want for him to be mad at me. So that's how come. And then it would be, oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have did blah, blah, blah. So like, fortunately, this person became my husband. I'm just trying to tell y'all what's what. So everybody, so, y'all can try to crucify me later, but Romans 8:1 says there's therefore now no condemnation. Okay. So the point just is in my earlier years, I didn't make it.
Yeah, I didn't make it. And there's nothing wrong.
And there's no way if me and my husband, so say like there were nights where he would pick me up from work and it would be late because I didn't get off until midnight. So I would get off, he'd pick me up, and when he come home and I had my own apartment, he spent the night. I only had a 1-bedroom apartment.
Well, there you have it.
So then we go to the next question.
We got a lot of comments on this bad. Okay, but let me read Ari. It said, I'm so torn on this subject. I chose not to live together before marriage in my first marriage, and I found out that
we got to get you to see more. You got to be able to see more.
Well, how come I can't see more on this? She was my okay. So hopefully, Ari,
let me see if I can go to your.
You could probably go.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can go to your.
We're gonna go back to the page. Rudy said I put some of my best moves on Leah, but she wouldn't give in. See, that's what I'm talking about. It depends.
But listen,
it depends. Listen. And he put his best moves.
God bless you, Leah. God bless you. because we also
I said women are different though. That's what I'm saying. But that's why I don't agree with Pastor Tyrone.
So Ari said, I'm so torn on this subject. I chose not to live together before marriage in my first marriage, and I found out that wasn't who God had for me after we started living together. I've been in church all my life and know what I've been taught. But I said I would never get married again without living with my significant other. So I understand what she's saying. So basically, like, because there's a whole lot of surprises in store. Because I know even my grandmother said, not that she didn't approve shacking, but what she would say was, you really find out a person when you live with them. So there are so many things that you don't know about a person. They can keep stuff secret, like they can hide stuff for a long time. But when you live with them, then the real them starts coming out,
right. And then what do you do next? And then when you living almost 5, 10 years. I mean, I'm just saying. Then he ain't gonna, I'm telling you, the man ain't gonna ask you to listen. That's just my opinion. Now, I don't know.
Now, to that you are right. You are right.
Okay, I'm telling you, they're not.
Because I mean, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free?
And eating the cake, and you eating it.
Let me tell you.
Eating it.
And
you can eat so much cake.
Let me tell you.
Auntie, me. Okay, I ain't no man, but I know a man wants something.
Listen.
Okay.
Let me tell y'all this. So even though, I might have, not made it to my wedding now, one of the things I told my then boyfriend, what I told him, I said, you got 1 year. Because what I'm not going to do is be your girlfriend for 10 years. I don't play that. Yes. So I feel like when you come into a relationship, because first of all, and let me say this, y'all, and I ain't trying to go all night, but let me say this. People need to learn the difference between dating and courting. One of the problems is people don't know the difference between dating and courting.
That's wisdom. Say that one more time.
You need to know the difference between dating and courting. So like when you're dating, that means
that's booty calls.
And first of all, I should be able to get to know you without sexing. You should be able to. Right. I should not have to. It shouldn't be that, soon as we date, you my man. No, baby, you got to earn that right. You don't just come in and now you finna be my man for 5 years and you ain't put a ring on. That's not how that works. You don't get to hold me down and for 5, 10, 15 years, you just want to say that you my boyfriend. We not doing all because it ain't never gonna move to marriage. Like I told him coming in, and again, y'all have to also understand he had already had a child when we got together. That wasn't finna be me. We not finna be Mariah say, I don't believe in men or women dating 5, 10. Girl, no, who got time for that?
You lose half your life.
Because at the end of the day, you should know up front whether or not you want to be with me. It don't take a long, and we got men watching here. Men, can y'all comment?
Yeah, comment.
How long does it take for you to know whether or not you want to, that you're, I ain't gonna even say married, that you are serious about somebody? Yeah. It don't take 5 years.
How long does it take, guys?
It don't take 5 years.
You cannot practice marriage
and live together.
Again, the Bible calls it fornication.
Yeah.
But again, if they're not doing anything, you can't even call it fornication. We ain't in y'all homes, first of all. We ain't judging either. We got to put that out there.
Yeah.
And I guess it depends. I mean, there are, like Pastor said, there are people that have been living together.
Yeah.
I mean, for years. What do you do next? I mean, these in their 60s.
Let me tell you something.
I mean, it depends.
Because
God is merciful.
When you look at, here's the thing, because when we talk about that real quick, that reminds me like Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn. They done been together for 30 plus years. Yeah. Their togetherness has lasted longer than many marriages have. And some people that don't necessarily believe in the concept of marriage. Like they'll say, I don't need to put a ring on your finger for you to be mine. I don't feel that that's biblical, just for the record. I don't feel that that's biblical at all.
Right.
I'm simply reporting what has been said. Okay. Right. But no, to Pastor's point, I think that Leah, your point is really like a technicality when you say, okay, because fornication basically is when we are having sex before marriage. So if we're not having sex, then technically we're not fornicating. I think what Pastor Gaston is saying, okay, if you are, because his comment said you cannot practice marriage and live together, because basically when you're practicing marriage,
so
you because most people, again, most people, not everybody, most people, if you live with your significant other, you doing something. Even if it ain't full blown out intercourse,
oral,
you doing some type of something to please one another, because otherwise, because we being honest, because you burning, he burning, and then he might be saying some stuff, and so you concerned that maybe he going to somebody else and he getting it, because then if he ain't coming on to you like he used to come on to you, then who is you coming on to?
That's
so
problems.
Again, we can just be grown for real. And look, at the end of the day, that's y'all. So y'all got to work that out. But right is right and wrong is wrong.
Right.
And the bottom line is whether you choose to move out or not, that's on y'all. What we are saying is, from a technical, biblical standpoint, it is wrong to be married because of what can happen. So even if you say he got his bedroom, I got my bedroom, like what happens if one night you start tipping into the other person's bedroom? If they weren't in that bedroom, then you wouldn't have nowhere to tip to. You could tip on all you want to, and ain't nobody that you tipping in to. You understand? So in either case, let me see what pastor, man cannot take fire into his bosom and not be burned.
I can't say I know. You always got something to say. Always have something to say. Hey, Leslie.
Oh my God.
Hey, Missy Tina Turner.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
Y'all are incredible. Okay.
Yeah. And I like what Dana said. Right, we have to use godly wisdom.
Yeah.
And what He allows for us. We're convicted differently.
Yeah.
We can't go
in blind. Hold on.
Blind.
Let me go to your page again. Let me just go to your page.
So maybe we can end with Dana's.
Hold on.
Okay.
Let me.
Well, Leslie said she agree. Okay.
Hold on.
We got some people that agree.
And here's the thing. And y'all
can, a good point.
Y'all can, y'all can not like me later. But
me too.
Here's the thing. A lot of times we gonna like either what sounds good for us. We gonna like what's gonna justify our situation.
Yeah.
We gonna like, but just because it justify our situation don't make it right.
That's
so
right.
All we trying to say is we ain't judging you.
Nope.
We simply letting you know
praying for you.
What is and what is not.
Right.
It's your choice to decide what you want to do with the information that we give you. So Dana, let's say we have to use godly wisdom and what He allows for us. We're convicted differently. We can't go in blind, especially in this day and time. And that's
so true.
That's
especially
in
this day and time. Because you don't know what you get.
Yeah. You. I can't say. Pastor Gaston, we're gonna have to find a way. Maybe not tonight because it's almost 9:30. We're gonna invite
y'all on, y'all.
You know what? I think we need to do that. We need to get them on here, like either get them down here with us,
okay,
or find a way to bring them in, or like doing with the StreamYard. I can give them a link and then get them on here. We gonna have to get y'all in here because y'all are
y'all on fire.
Yeah. It's bringing me life. Yeah. It's bringing me life. But listen, y'all, we are literally we're basically out of time tonight. We want to encourage you guys again, whether you are married, we say
you're right,
you might get a listen.
No, y'all be careful dating out there,
man.
Well, courting,
because when you say
you court,
get a they. Let me tell you, because today when you don't even know which one you, no man, that's a whole nother show. Okay, what I was saying was thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you are in the Chicagoland area, on next Tuesday, we are doing our in-person Wife and Wisdom meetup.
Hey, Dwayne.
This has become a monthly situation. So like what y'all seeing with the podcast, y'all get a in-person. This is a different version. We off the chain when the camera's off. All right.
Yeah. You think this is something? Wait till you come together.
Yeah.
Oh, so wow. It's hot.
Yeah. If y'all want to know more and you want to, honestly, if you like what this is, then we encourage you to come to our Wife and Wisdom meetup on next Tuesday. And so, but maybe you're not in the Chicagoland area and you're like, I still want to learn from you ladies and be a part of this community on a deeper level. We do also have a package for a virtual membership, and we do something with just you all on the first Tuesdays. So we encourage you to reach out to either Leah or myself, and or B, go to our Wife and Wisdom group. Scoot to the side, Leah. Oh. So y'all see this? Go to that side. You go to that side. Y'all see that background right there? Right Wife there. And Wisdom. So for those of y'all who on my page, y'all can see it. Those of y'all on Leah's page, y'all can't see it. Go to go to the Wife and Wisdom group. WIFE_N_Wisdom, Wife and Wisdom. And you can join that group. The group is a public group, so go and join the group. And if you all would like to have an actual membership, there are various perks that come with membership.
We beg you to get the membership, because the membership involves more than what you see.
Oh, this is just a podcast. This is just a podcast that's free to everybody.
So please reach out.
Yeah,
they're all affordable.
Yeah,
membership. Get a membership.
Yeah,
it's more to it than this.
Yeah. So with the membership, matter of fact, let me do this for the people that's on my page. Y'all will be able to see this. So with the Wife and Wisdom membership package, you have just a basic membership for virtual. So for people who can just tune in online only, you're gonna have your virtual monthly meetups. That's only $15 a month. That's it.
That's it.
For those of you who want to come in person, that's $25 a month. That's it. Okay.
Yep.
Then you have your elite package where you can do a monthly, so it gets your monthly meetup, and you can get your luncheon with Leah, or you're talking with Tennille. So luncheon with Leah, and these are virtual. Okay.
Yes.
So it does not take any of your time. You ain't got to worry about driving and all of that stuff.
Right.
So you're going to get virtual baking sessions with Leah, learn about them. Go ahead now. Sweet potato pies and apple pies and peach pies and all of that. Or you can do an elite package, which is talking with me, which is going to be a virtual writing session. So those of you who need to cleanse yourself, who are trying to write, whether you're writing your story, writing your book, whatever, then you can do that. And so either of those elite packages, they are only $99.
That's it.
And they include your monthly meetups, right? Or you can go ultimate. Ultimate means that you're going to get your monthly meetups, plus you're going to get luncheon with Leah and talking with Tennille. And then we come together so that we can help you write your song. Come on
now. Go ahead now.
It don't get much better than that. So you ain't just writing a story, but you writing a song. How many of y'all got a soundtrack to your life? If I was to ask you, what was the soundtrack to your life? How many of y'all could give me a song to start you off with, right? So that's what it is that you get if you become a member. So again, we admonish you guys to go to our Wife and Wisdom Facebook page, join that group, and then reach out to us, or we'll be reaching out to y'all to see who all wants to come here on this Tuesday, meet up with us this Tuesday live in person. But that's all I got you guys.
Yeah, it was a beautiful podcast. I enjoyed it. And it releases.
It does make you feel better.
Make you feel better.
Man, listen, I'm gonna personally tag Pastor Gaston and Pastor Rudy every time. We thought that the Wife and Wisdom was gonna be for the women.
Exactly.
And these men had it off the chain. Had it off the chain.
Hopefully you can be a member there.
That's what I'm trying to say.
We need
y'all
you,
come
girl.
on. We need all of y'all. Tag your lady friends. Again, whether they're just interested in marriage, they could have been divorced, that's fine. If they still believe in marriage, if they just got married, they could be having problems with marriage.
Divorce. Yeah.
Come on.
It's for the women.
Because it's for you to learn from. Okay. Yeah. Learn from your mistakes. Learn from, things that you didn't know. It's never losses, it's always lessons, right? That's what Tyler Perry taught me. So I can't clip that. I gotta cite the source. Cite the source. Cite the source. It's never losses, it's always lessons. So in either case, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I didn't want to turn it off, but we gotta go. We gotta go.
Coming on.
I told my husband I was gonna be back home, so
right.
I gotta get going.
From Italy, they gotta finish up, y'all.
Go ahead now.
Ooh, and we are out of here. See y'all later.